No, this doesn't get any easier. All I want to do is put this stuff on YouTube, but it takes 2 hours to look up some simple thing. Kind of getting fed up with it, but now I can't get this introduction to move from photo booth up onto on the timeline of this iMovie 09. But I'm not going to give up. We'll just keep bearing down on it till we get her. So it's going to be, this movie will be a little different than any of the other ones I've ever done, because I'll put some titles, subtitles, you know, and some music, and try and make it a little bit different. But the trouble is, every time you do that, it drags out time. So you start out with something that should have been like 3 or 4 minutes, and it ends up being 10 or 15, and you cut out half the steps that you wanted to put in there. You know, it would have been nice to show making the hardware, like, you know, cutting the steel, welding it. I've got one clip of turning the inside out on one of the wheels so I could put a bearing in it. But, you know, really there isn't all that much. So it's not really a good how-to video. It's more like, well, it will show some of the things. Probably the neatest thing is the transition of the, you know, the color of the green wood into kind of a stained wood. And that happens, it starts happening like within a minute or so of applying the iron acetate. And anyway, that's sort of neat. Now that we've done about 10 or 12 of these boards, we're starting to learn something. If you look right here, you can see it's a little bit lighter all along here compared to this part in here. Oh, well, there, shows up a little better right there. Just like there's a bit of sapwood in just along the outside edge here. And over here, see how it turns out when I get back farther. Really hard to tell maybe on the camera, but you can see it. The reddish here and then a little layer. This outside part will not take as much stain. There's not as much tannin in the wood. It's not going to change color. So this, when this board is finished, there should be 2 lighter bands along the outside with the darker inside. That's what I think it's going to look like. So, well, time will tell. Now you can see it in real time, how that changes color. You can see how long it takes it to go back to that. We'll just give it about another 30 seconds and that'll do it. just a way to show the time frame that it takes to change color. It's like tea, huh? Oh, okay. That's good enough. That's about another minute. I guess about another minute after we shut the camera off. You can hardly see the difference there. That was about the line right there. So, gets a little lighter at that end, not much. In 5 or 10 minutes, this thing will be really dark. The whole thing, like that was done 10 minutes ago at that end. Now this is about 10 minutes later, and you see, if you look along here, see it's lighter than one. If you look overall at the board, you can see the darker patch in the center, generally darker in the center. Mostly like these dark patches in here, and then a lighter on the outsides. It's pretty much all the way down. You can really see it there. And that's just a different kind of wood, like there's a little more sapwood. It's from the outer part of the log. It just doesn't take the stain as much as the rest. Here we've got the board standing up against a wall, trying to pick out what boards to put beside the other ones. And you can see on some of these boards the edge, how much lighter it is along here compared to this part here. There's another one over here where it's really light on the edges and then dark in the center. It's all about how much tannin is in the wood. The more tannin, the
more of the stuff reacts with it. You always have to get an action shot of the dog, the mascot.